Bortle here at the final Blazing Dominion format regional, my goodness, hosted by Epic Cards and Games here in OKC. Let's go. With whoa, please introduce yourself to the world.
Hi, my name is Kieran Sowerby and playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
What deck, bro?
I played Branded because it's so good. It does everything you want it to and more.
Hey, let's go. What placement?
I got second overall.
Oh, second? Sweet,
Yes.
sweet.
X1.
What made you decide to play Branded?
I feel like every other deck wasn't as powerful as Branded is, and I feel like you need to have every card in your hand to stop Branded, and even then they have more cards. The Cool Tune deck is cool and everything, but if they rotary look at your hand and they can't stop what you're doing, then they just sit there and play the whole turn thinking they're gonna lose. So I just felt like this is like powerful and consistent, so I loved it.
Okay, before we see the goo, any shoutouts?
Yeah, shout out to the OG, Giordano Galloway, Connor Caius, and shout out everyone else at DZ, Denny, Eric, all my other friends, Cole, Andrew, all of these pals. Yeah.
Okay, without further ado, please show us the second place goo.
All right, so to start, we're going to start a little bit backwards here. Start some of the one-ofs. I played these two cards. This card really came up a lot because sometimes summoning it off Titanic Lad to get a Fall on the Virtuous is really good because you want to activate it right there on your end phase. Also, it's just a level 4 non-tuner, so sometimes that comes up to make the Ecclesia Synchro. And I actually, like, sometimes you just put it in defense and sit on it and they can't beat over it because it can't die by extra deck. So I feel like this card's really good. I'd love to play it again. Spriggan's Kit, this card's like, I slept on this card until I realized the amount of stuff it can summon back. Non-targeting summoning back anything, Mirror Jade, Wild Baz, like any and all of it, like this card does it. And you can just send it off Quem. You summon Quem and you send this, and it's like a proactive thing to do instead of a reactive. I played 3 Fuelos, obvious reasons. Also, you know, just being able to bring in High Spirits, get the Rinbrum Engrave, really good. I played the Circular. I mean, they're standard. I mean, like, these cards are insane. Then I played 3 Albion Shrouded Dragon. I really like this because it gave you more Dark Dragons for your Light Chaos Dragon, and that came up a couple times where I just had this in my hand, and otherwise I would have a Dark Dragon to make it, right? And also just being able to send whatever I want, Branded Opening, Retribution Sword, or whatever I'm missing, this card's really good. And then I play 2 Ecclesia because I feel like you burn through one of them and you just want to have one in deck. And also just having 2 means you can like have one in your hand, have one in grave, and I think that's just the right thing to do. 2 Cartesia, again, same kind of reasons. You don't want to burn through your first one, you don't have access to it anymore. And then we played 1 Quem. I would love to play another one of this card, but I just don't think you have the space for it. Really good. Summoning off Guignol, all the things, right? Summon back anything you want. Card's really good. I played 1 Jester. I don't really like all the normal summons, so I only opted to play 1 Jester instead of maybe like 2, just because, like, I almost never want to normal summon this card. I always want to summon it off opening, right?
Yeah.
Then 1 Mercurier, engine requirement, all that good stuff. 1 Magnamut, just because against Cold Tune, I can change the top card on my deck to where they don't have Perfect Knowledge, and I can add a Wild Baz. And if I'm playing against the Mirror or anything like that, card's really good. Saronir, I feel like this is just a really strong engine card. An Abystial to play against the Mirror. Send any Branded Spell Trap to help set up your Branded Fusion and everything. So I think it's really good. Now we get on the spells. 3 Branded High Spirits, it's just an engine requirement at this point. You go like +2 off the 1 card. Resolving, and then you go like plus however many off of whatever you add. This card, you have to play it. 3 Fall on the Virtuous, again, obvious reasons. Send everything you want, do everything you want. Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn somebody's Murakumo to blow up their board and game them.
My goodness.
Yeah, so like, this card just does infinite things. I played 2 Opening. I've seen some people playing 1. I opted to play 2 because I just want to have a stronger engine going first. And in case like my Wild Baz or something gets stopped, then I can still do this to get into my Jester and go into my Branded Fusion and everything. I sided 1 out to go second because I usually don't want to see this card going second. But sometimes it's still nice to have for the send. 1 Branded Fusion. I don't even know if I would play more if I could. The Ecclesia Synchro just feels a lot better, but it's still a really good card. I think it's perfect at 1. I played 2 Nadir Servant. I think this is just a consistency card to be able to do everything you want to more often. And also, Dogmatica Ecclesia is a pretty good card if you already have Wild Baz and everything. Also puts another Fusion Engrave. Also, it's just another card that just does a lot of things. That's how I went out going second again, because I don't want to see this card going second. Yeah. And then for non-engine spells, 3 Super Poly. I don't really think I have to explain that. 3 Forbidden Droplets. I decided to play this over Crown because A, Crown's over $100, and B, Droplet just gets things out of your hand that you don't want there. And, like, you can hit multiple cards with Droplet. I won so many games today because I had cards I could afford to Droplet away. And I played against Doomsy, and I Dropleted his entire board, and I won from there. And then Called by Talents, I don't think I need to explain those. Retribution, I mean, this card's crazy. Counter Trap, get to add back a card. I mean, what's not to like? It recycles your extra deck monsters. And I opted to play Sword. The reason why I wanted to play Sword is because if you only have Branded Fusion, then you can activate Branded Fusion, send Wild Baz Cartesia, Albion fuses into the Grand Guignol, and then Grand Guignol dumps Branded Sword, dumps Albion Strata Dragon from the main deck, and then you can send this, and then you get it into your Wild Baz. Just so that way you can actually get all the cards you want in rotation, and then you can like contact fuse off the Albion and the Wild Baz later, so you have like the Titaniclad Engrave, Albion Engrave, and the Grand Guignol on field. So I feel like it is a brick, yes, but I feel like it's just such a good engine that I just have to play it. It's a 41 card main deck.
Okay, respect.
Loved it. Extra deck, the 3 little fellas. Sea Monster Theseus, I mean Coltoon Super Poly Target. Sided it out almost every time because I wasn't playing Coltoon. Chaos Star Source Dragon. This card is really bad except for when it's really good. I played against a trap deck. He set cards, and I blew up set cards. I mean, otherwise, like, I don't really like this card. I might want to play like Bortled Furious instead. Ecclesia Synchro, I mean, I don't really need to explain that. Engine Requirement does whatever you want. Lubellion, I hate this card. I feel like it's just a card that sits in my extra deck all day and doesn't actually do anything. I've never gotten a grind game long enough to where I needed this. I think I would like to cut this card. Again, like weeks of playing this deck and I still haven't summoned it. I played 2 Grand Guignol, 1 to send, 1 to summon. Yeah, again, this engine requirement, right? 1 Albion and 2 Albion. I would love to play 3, but the extra deck's just so tight. And again, usually 1 to send, 1 to summon, and then it just gets you all your follow up and everything. 1, 2 Dragon Devours the Dogma. Just that way you can send 1 and still have the other one to fusion summon later, and they recycle each other, and it adds anything. I added Tri-Brigade Mercurial like 6 times, and it's like the only actual hand trap negate in this deck, right? 1 Rinbrum, obviously. I played the Lulu Wayleth. I think this card's really good. It gives you another card to summon off of Grand Guignol that isn't Quem, because a lot of times before the Caterus, it just doesn't ever feel like it does anything. But this card, you can send it off Nadir. You can like send it off Guignol, or you can summon off Guignol, and then if they out it, then you get another card later. And the negate's just really good. The attack gain's really good. Yeah, I think that's a really solid card. And I actually hard made it so I can get my Dogma Engrave, so I can get a Fall on the Virtuous, so I can do a bunch of shenanigans. I think this card's really good. I wouldn't play Caterus, but Caterus is good because of the Super Poly, but I just don't see that coming up enough. Alvalonatus for the Contact Fuse shenanigans, whatever. Titaniclad, Engine Requirement, obviously, and Mirror Jade.
Yeah.
Cool. Now we get into the side deck. Richard Token, nice. I side decked a Mud Dragon in the Swamp in case I played against a deck that didn't really want to fuse into Theseus. I feel like it's pretty good. I like this over Garua, over potential endboards like Mitsurugi or like any like Spellcaster pile deck. This card is almost always live instead of Garua. Invader of Darkness, it was designed to be for the mirror. I didn't play any mirrors, so I don't know how good or bad this card isn't. And this is a little weird, but I played 2 Thrusts, Lightning Storm, Duster, Dark Ruler. I was hoping that like Thrust would just be a card that could always grab one of these things, or a Branded Fusion or a Talons. And I would side in like, these cards. So in theory, I'm playing 3 copies because almost every deck's can activate a monster effect, right?
Yeah.
But against my game 2 against Doomsy, I hard opened this card and it just let me clear his board. Duster and Lightning Storm, again, just for stuff, right? I play 2 Jolt. I think this card's still really good. You play against a lot of people are playing Mitsurugi still because the deck is inexpensive, and so Jolt's a good card for it. You play against the Elf Note deck, you can Jolt that deck. You play against Coltoon, you can Jolt them, but I don't really know if you want to. I think it's just still a really good card. I played 3 Perulia. The idea kind of behind this is that sometimes just play against rogue decks that have to summon cards from hand, and in theory it's always a +1 or a +0, right? So I figured it was always a safe bet. I never saw it, but I still think it's really good. And I decided to deck 3 Ash for whenever I go first, so that way I have more answers to Fuwa, so I can play more cards.
That's what's up. Yo, thank you again for the deck profile. Let's go.
Perfect. Thank you for
Second
Bortle
place.
for recording.
Ah, yeah, so until for, yeah, Bortle out.